Hey everyone, it's Joy here with Honeybee Stamps. Today I created a really fun, colorful snowflake card using the Let It Snow stamp and coordinating die. So I'm going to use all of the snowflakes from the stamp set. Well, I'm going to stamp all the snowflakes. I don't end up using them all, but I do like to do extra just in case, but you can always put the extras back in your stamp set and use them on another project. So I am going to add a little bit of ink to each one of the snowflakes. So I'm using 3 colors of ink, which is kind of hard to see here until I stamp it. I am using a pink, like a purple, and then a violet. And I just want each of the snowflakes to have all 3 of these colors. So it's easier, I think, if you have like mini ink cubes, but I didn't for these colors. So I'm just going to be careful to make sure I don't get ink where I don't want it. But as you can see, look at how beautiful these snowflakes are. Honeybee Stamps just makes gorgeous stamps, and these snowflakes are no exception. Snowflakes are my favorite thing at Christmas time. So to use this was so much fun. I just keep finding the areas on a stamp that weren't stamped as good because it didn't have enough ink and adding some of that coordinating color that I want on there. And then we will end up having all of these beautiful snowflakes. I'm going to finish doing the last few. But like I said, if you had mini ink cubes, this would go a lot faster because you could get into the tighter areas with those ink pads. I'm going to prep it with my anti-static powder tool because I want to add clear embossing powder on top of these. I want them to be shiny in the light, and so I didn't remove the stamps. I needed those to be in place. I left my cardstock in place, and I'm inking that up with clear embossing ink, and then I will use some clear embossing powder. I'm going to sprinkle that onto my little scrap piece of paper here. I do have my heat gun heated up so it's nice and hot. And then we're going to heat this until it melts. And then your images, your snowflakes will be nice and shiny. It kind of seals in that color. It looks fantastic. Then I want to use the coordinating dies to die cut these out. I love to have coordinating dies, but you can also do this with like a 1-layer background. That would be really cute too. Now that that's done, I have a top folding card base, and I'm going to cut off about 2 inches off of the bottom front panel. I want my snowflakes to hang down past that. I want that to be the bottom edge. Then from the Pinstripes and Polka Dots Winter, I have kind of a turquoise striped piece of pattern paper, excuse me, and I trimmed it down to fit the top portion of my card. That's going to be my background against these pink and purple snowflakes. I like having that teal. I think it's a good contrasting color. Now I want this large snowflake not to be directly in the center. I do have it off center a little bit. I am going to pop it up with some foam adhesive just on the top. I don't want any adhesive hanging down below because then you won't be able to open up your card. So when you are adhering your snowflakes, make sure to pay attention to that. It's easy to get in the habit of just adhering things and adding a bunch of glue. I say this because I am guilty of this. The other 2 next to it, I will adhere with some liquid glue directly to the background. Again, making sure I don't have glue down below. And I will trim the excess off the sides, but of course not the bottom because we want that to stay. Then we're going to stamp the sentiment before I add the rest of the snowflakes. This sentiment is from the Let It Snow, and I love that there is an open sentiments in this, so you can color them in. You don't have to, but you can. I am inking it up with silver metallic ink. Then I'm going to use the same ink colors that I inked up the snowflakes with. I'm going to add a little bit of water on my work surface and a paintbrush, and I am going to paint with those 3 colors. So I'm going to alternate with each of the colors. It's super simple and super quick, but it adds a lot to that cute sentiment. This says, "Believe in the magic of Christmas," and I just think the font and the type of, I don't know, just all of the fonts on here is so pretty to me. So a little bit of water, because this is ink that is reactive to water, and a very small paintbrush just to paint in the lines. And then we're going to add a little something extra at the end to make it a little bit shimmery and shiny. And there is a coordinating die for the sentiments. You know, Honeybee Stamps is wonderful that way. So even in the stamp set that just has the snowflakes along with sentiments, those sentiments also have a coordinating die, which is fantastic. So I'm going to use that coordinating die. I did forget one little spot, I believe, on the G there. I'm going to tape that down with some low tack tape, and then I can run this through the die cut machine. Of course, I like my sentiments to have some foam adhesive, so I will add that to the back of this. I want to put this in place so I know where else I want the rest of the snowflakes. I'm going to use 4 more snowflakes. I want to get the right sizes, the right shapes. I love that snowflake there to the left. I love that it has an open center. I think that's really fun and pretty. I had to trim off the sides because it felt really busy to me, so I couldn't tell which snowflakes I liked. I'm super visual that way. I just kind of need things to be how they're supposed to be, and then I can move forward with my design. I have another one that I'm going to place up here at the top. This is going to have some foam adhesive as well. That other one had foam adhesive. I'm going to add one down on the bottom right. That one will have foam adhesive because it overlaps the other one just a little bit. And then I'm going to use that really tiny snowflake. So I believe I had 2 snowflakes left that I ended up not using. And that one I will adhere just with some liquid glue directly to the background. And now that sentiment is all tucked in and nice and neat. I do want to add a little more shimmer and shine. I'm going to do that 2 ways. We're going to do some gems. These are the Winter Wonder gem stickers. I want to add some white ones to the centers of the snowflakes. And that snowflake that has the open center, I added inside there, and I just thought that was kind of fun. Then there's some other ones that kind of are iridescent pinky, kind of shimmery. Sometimes they look a little silvery. I'm going to put those in and around on the background of the card just to add some more bling. I added some bigger white ones and smaller white ones to the centers of the snowflakes, which kind of finishes those guys off. And then I'm going to add these really shimmery ones to the background. And I really love this pinstriped background. I think it's so cute. But on the reverse side is a polka dot background. And I think either one of them would be really cute. And I was originally going to use the polka dot one, but went with the pinstripe. Okay, now let's add some Bee Shimmery watercolor. You guys, I love this so much. I use it all the time. I'm going to paint a little bit of this over the sentiments. You still see the color, but now you've got this gorgeous shine when it shines in the light. And I just think snowflakes and cards with snowflakes needs to have a lot of shimmer and shine. And then we can take a look at this up close. You guys can see what that looks like exactly. But look at how pretty this card turned out. Look at that shimmer and shine on the sentiment and the snowflakes. And then that's the inside of your card. So you still can write all of the things that you need to write on the inside. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope that you enjoyed this project. Bye.